Hello, everybody. What's up? It's me again, and I'm back after a long while. I'm really sorry about not uploading. Uh, I've been unwell overseas, and not only that, my computer also had problems, so I have had to address all that. So, yeah, really sorry. But here is the beginning of a new series where I test drive cars in Forza Horizon 4. So tonight you join me here at my recently purchased manor with my Bugatti Type 35C, which I shall be test driving today. And well, it's basically the most expensive car in the game, and I'll tell you more later. So some basic figures for the Bugatti Type 35C. It's powered by a 2-liter straight 8 pushing out about 130 horsepower, and I'm not sure how many torques there is, but that makes it go to up to 200 kilometers an hour. I'ma just leave by the secret exit of this manor right here. So, like I mentioned earlier, this car is a really expensive one, and I guess its heritage explains for itself, because it's basically the most successful Bugatti in history. When specifically the Type 35C won the Targa Florio in 1927 and 29, the French Grand Prix in 28 and 30, the 1928 Moroccan Grand Prix, the 1929 German Grand Prix, and the 1930 Belgian Grand Prix. Of course, this is only the 35C, whereas there have been the 35B as well, and other variants which raced practically in the same races as well. So yeah, don't expect it to be, a regular car like your Golf GTI. And well, in terms of driving, this car weighs between 700 to 800 kilograms. So even though it may be pushing out just over 100 horses, it's still pretty nippy. And as you can see, even though I'm driving with the anti-lock brakes off, the manual with clutch, it's still no difficulty. Well, not much difficulty anyways. Yeah, it's basically like driving a olden days hot hatch, I guess, from the 1980s. So, in terms of practicality, obviously this thing doesn't score any high points because, it's a mini $1 million machine. But given that it's small, I guess it's pretty easy to park in the city centers, as I am doing now. But I guess you wouldn't really want to, because most of the people who buy these cars generally tend to keep them for show at, like the Pebble Beach concourse. Well, at the same time, it's basically an olden days race car, which means that you don't have a boot at all, or if you do, then it's a really tiny one. And well, if you can see, then that my character is practically sitting in the car, and there's room for half a person. So yeah. So basically now we are moving on to the final segment, where I have created a circuit of sorts to test the car's handling, acceleration, etc. And yeah, it begins here by backing up to this barrier, or maybe we'll bring it forward just by a bit there. Yeah, and now I'll show you guys just about where it is. Well, it starts here at this easterly point. Is it the most easterly point of the city of Edinburgh. And yeah, at this roundabout, very busy. Maybe I'll just wait for a bit, and then I shall show you guys the circuit on the map. So we begin there, and then we go up this straight, as you can see, and then we come along to that junction near that speed trap, the Old Town speed trap there. Make a right down there to the influence board, then we'll come back down this long curvy stretch, yes, and then down back to the roundabout there. I haven't really tried this route before, but this is my first time, so I really don't know whether this lap will be blisteringly fast or slow. And well, off we go down the long straight. It's a pretty good acceleration, I guess, for something that comes from nearly 100 years ago, I think. Yes, from 1926. That's about 92 years. Yes, but yeah, beautiful. Now hurtling down this bridge here, and then preparing to make a right turn just about now. Ow. And then since there's no right turn, we'll go on ahead and prepare to slow down for the left turn coming here. Really sharp test of handling there. Acceleration down here, and just a slight brake down here. And now we can open up the 2-liter straight 8 engine, squeezing it past through here, speeding now. I must say it's a bit annoying or difficult or tricky to drive manual with clutch in this game, because you have to, there's no automatic kicker every time you shift down, so you have to do it yourself, which means braking and pressing the gas at the same time. Coming up now to the final corner, yes, and there we go across the line, and we did it in 1:52.02. So that time for the Bugatti Type 35C shall go up onto the leaderboard, which I am going to create, and once we have reviewed more cars, then I'll put them up on there. Again, I'm really sorry to you guys for not having uploaded in a long while. As I said earlier, because I felt sick, I went overseas and my computer issues, but thankfully now I fixed the computer and I'm fine now, so I guess we can have more regular uploads. So yeah, this is Potent Panda Plays, signing off.